welcome to another episode of Studio 22, coming to you from deep inside the Walker Center in the Mass Communications Department. Do you want to be on TV Studio 22? Easy, just enroll in Andy Gibson's TV studio production class, and you could be right here in this seat next fall. My name is Katie Hughes, and joining me today on Studio 22 is Emily Wallenberg.
Hi.
Hi. So, Emily, what grade are you in?
I am a junior.
Okay,
Yeah.
and why did you pick Oklahoma City University?
Well, I came for the theater program because I had heard a lot of good things about it, and probably about 6 or 7 years before I came here, I had a friend that graduated and always talked about the musical theater program and is living in New York right now, just doing great things, and always said how much she loved OCU. So I thought I would look into it, and at first I was really skeptical because I wanted to go a little farther from home. I'm from Arkansas, so it's like 4 hours away.
Yeah.
But then I came to the school and I toured it and I just fell in love.
You loved it.
Yeah, I just really liked it.
It's a beautiful school. I'll give
Yeah,
it that.
definitely. Yeah.
So how long have you been acting for?
Well, I was in my first play when I was 5 years old.
Oh, wow, okay.
It was Sleeping Beauty, and I played an evil spirit, which was a totally written in part.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that's in that.
it was definitely not actually in the show. I came on for probably like a minute, still danced, ran off, but it was really fun. And from then on, I was just doing plays every summer, and it just became a big part of my life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you ever get like stage fright or anything like that?
I mean, I definitely get nervous before I go on, but it's kind of like a nervous excitement, anticipation. So I don't think I've ever like felt like I was going to throw up or something, you know, like bad anxiety about it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe sometimes, but
of course,
usually not.
Everyone has those days.
Yeah.
So have you been in anything at OCU so far?
Yes. So last semester I was in a show called War of the Worlds, which is about alien invasions and basically is just humanity's fight for survival, you know. And then currently I'm in Julius Caesar, which
that's
is
exciting.
Yeah, it's really fun, and that's going to be in October around Halloween. It's a really dark play and has a pretty intense murder scene, a pretty infamous murder scene. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll hear more about it after the break.
Great.
Oh my God.
There are plenty of teams in every sport that have great players and never win titles. Most of the time, those players aren't willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. One thing I believe to the fullest is that if you think and achieve as a team, the individual accolades will take care of themselves. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships.
This is my city. This is where I learn, play, work, eat. This is my city. This is my home.
Okay, welcome back to Studio 22. We're here with Emily. She was just telling us about War of the Worlds. So I'm curious. I've seen the movie. I mean, that's a lot of acting and like things going on. Where did you do it at? Like, was it a big stage? Or?
No, it was a small stage. So this was a student-directed production, and a lot of people don't know this, but there used to be kind of a multi-purpose room in the 4th floor of the admin building.
Okay.
And so we used that as our stage. It's kind of a weirdly shaped room. It's very long, and we put people on the outside. So the stage was basically this center in the circle. Yeah, so that made staging a little bit different than a normal stage where the audience just sits in the front, because you had to think of all these different angles that people are seeing you from and making sure that you're not blocking someone. And so, yeah, that was a really interesting thing to do.
That's really cool, honestly. I wish I would have seen it.
Yeah.
So do you want to do more film, like on film, or do you want to do like stage acting when you graduate?
I'm not really sure. I definitely have much more experience in stage. I've done just the tiniest bit of film, and it was when I was younger, so I really don't have a whole lot of experience at all. But I'm hoping that within the next 2 or year and a half or whatever, I can take more classes on film and get more experience.
Yeah.
And also I'm hoping that next summer, if everything works out, I'm going to study abroad in Paris and do an
that'd be
acting on film
amazing.
program. So that would really teach me a lot about acting on film and just the different things that you do with film versus theater. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Paris before?
Yes, in high school I went on a trip to Paris and London. It was just a week long, but it was amazing, and I just fell in love with Europe and have so wanted to go back since. So yeah.
So is that the only places you've been in Europe so far?
Yes, that's all. Well, we went to Normandy, which is in France. So that those are the only places I've been in Europe.
That's
so,
cool.
Yeah.
Did you like London or Paris better, would you say?
It's hard to decide, but I think I did like Paris a little better. And it was just really cool to get to experience a different language.
Okay, yeah. I went to Paris and I had no idea what they were saying. But they do speak English, so that's good.
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself like living? Where do you really want to live? Like, what's your dream place?
Well, that's hard to pick. I think after graduation, I want to move to a bigger city. So I might move to Chicago to start off with, and then maybe move to New York City. But I don't know. It kind of just depends on where the jobs are.
Yeah.
But I think at some point I would like to live abroad.
That would be amazing. That would be an
Europe,
awesome
so,
experience.
yeah.
Where in Europe?
I've always wanted to go to Italy, and
Italy's awesome.
I think if I visited there and enjoyed it, then maybe I would live there one day. I don't know. I just
Alrighty,
love different cultures.
Thank you very much for being on TV Studio 22. We'll see you next week.